So how many of you feel like you understand this generation? Generation Y. It's possibly because it's the most researched generation in history. This is the generation that's under 18 and will grow to be the largest generation in North American history. They're constantly connected, and they seamlessly work across 5 screens. Welcome to the next generation. Here in Canada, we call it Generation Z. South of the border, Generation Z. They're globally minded, socially, and work well together. They both work within the real and fictional devastation. That is how they lived. 9/11, the Great Recession, the Hunger Games, and they last 8 seconds. An 8-second attention span. How are we going to communicate, connect, and resonate with them? And no, we can't use beer or sex. They're only 12. When I was 12, I learned to snowboard for the first time, and there's nothing more rewarding than learning on a rope tow. There I was, my Burton Woody, my Sorel boots, my denim jeans, being dragged up the top of the hill, obviously not listening to the lifty yell, "Let go of the rope," until I clearly had no choice and slid all the way back to the bottom, only to be sent to the back of the line. A simple high five from that lifty would have gone a long way. Real connections are critical, and there's one person that's owning it right now. This person is Taylor Swift. Yeah. When Taylor said she wanted to sell 500,000 albums, her manager said, that's easy. You just need to meet 500,000 people. And you see, that's why I love Taylor Swift, because I know she loves me. She's not going to roll her eyes at me or be annoyed at me, and it honestly feels like she'd be totally down to hang out if our schedules lined up. So how are we going to create real connections and still sell something? I certainly do not have all the answers, but there are 3 key things that I wanted to talk about today. First, the good news is they're already telling us what they want. When Vans post pictures of their shoes, they get the highest number of comments, which makes total sense because Gen Z loves cool products. What are the bottom and top posts for your brand telling you that your consumers want? Second, personalize the experience. Taylor Swift sent gifts to her fans. This wasn't key influencers, it wasn't a contest, it was just average fans. And it was incredibly personalized. These weren't crappy t-shirts. And look at the amount of work that she put into it. These are handwritten cards. My wife doesn't get cards like this. And the fans freaked out with love, likes, and 600,000 album sales. And finally, ask them. When I was teaching ski school last year, I had a young student named Sally. 20 minutes in, skis everywhere, crying uncontrollably. "Sally, what can I do to help you?" She finally chokes out on her back, "I lost my mojo," which became the perfect class mantra, "In search of Sally's mojo." And we got it back. So the beautiful thing about today is that we have the old school and new school ways to create these real connections. They can literally and virtually find Sally's mojo. And she'll guess we love them back. So what's really unique about now is that we can actually tap into this counter trend of this tech-dependent generation to put down the damn phone, if only for a moment. So there are 3 things that I'd like to recap. First of all, they're already telling us the answer. The second thing is personalize the experience for them. And finally, Just ask them. So I'd love for everyone to please stand up, and send a massive high five to the person next to you for all those 12-year-olds trying to learn on a rope tow.